And welcome to Brownstown Central High School for Week 2 of Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD.com. The Charlestown Pirates at 1-0 invade Brownstown Central to take on the Braves, also 1-0 tonight. And should have a good one for you in tonight's ball game. And with me tonight is Coach Gary Satori. He is here alongside me, Todd Carter, and we're going to be bringing you this ball game from Brownstown Central. Coach, just your initial thoughts on this game and who's up tonight?
I tell you what, it's great to be here with you, Todd. And I watched the film last week on Charlestown. I was impressed. The offensive line is big. They really manhandled Silver Creek. The quarterback, McClellan, I think he's outstanding. I think that boy can run it and also throw it. And he's got a really good, nice little RPO system. I thought their defense was solid. Now, when it comes to Brownstown Central, I got a little bit of favoritism because that's a little bit of something offense that I like.
All right.
And also my nephew, Bryce Peak, is one of the kickers. Unfortunately, got hurt. So I got familiar to watch their offense last year when he played.
Gotcha.
It's exciting offense to watch.
All right. So, folks, we are, again, here at Brownstown Central High School. And Coach Gary Satori and I, Mark Bennett, up on top running the camera for us. So we will here shortly going to have a kickoff in about 27 minutes. First, let's talk about tonight's weather. Tonight's weather forecast presented by Voinier's Auto Repair at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. High today was about 88. Supposed to be 65 tonight. Last I looked, it was about 84 or so out there, but the shadows on the field should cool it down a little bit. Should be nice.
I tell you what, it's beautiful out here. On the way, it was storming out of Oldham County. So I'm just glad that the weather stayed down there, and I hope it's cleared for Friday night in Louisville and Oldham County. But I tell you, it's a beautiful night.
It is.
Second week to have the temperature like this, it's fantastic. I want to get back out there on that field.
All right. Well, so tonight's weather, again, brought to you by Voinier's Auto Repair in Jeffersonville, 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Well, had a chance to talk to Coach Hawkins just a few minutes ago, and so we are going to step away, and when we return, we will have the Coach Hawkins for you tonight here on GLICOD.
You're good at making big announcements.
We're having a go!
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD. GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voinier's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a tailgater tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, with offices in Jeffersonville and Floyd's Knobs. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Here with Coach Hawkins pregame of the Charlestown Pirates. Coach, a nice win last week. Offense 44 points and defense 13. You guys played well in all phases. Just your takeaways from that ball game.
I thought we played really well defensively and offensively. Our lines on both sides of the ball looked better than I anticipated going into the game. But that was last week, and this is this week, and we'll see where we're at here in about an hour.
Well, and your quarterback looked awfully polished as a junior. I know there's always room for improvement, but looked awfully polished. How do you think his development has come along? It's really improved, right?
He's gotten a lot better as time has went. He played a little bit as a freshman, played a lot last year, and then now this year. We expect him to come out every night and play like he did last week. So what he did last week, we expected that, and we expect that again tonight.
Decided to go for two on all your extra points. Paid off, really. 4 for 6, I believe. Is that going to be a season-long thing?
Right now, I would say yes. We're struggling right now kicking the ball, and I think our option and our odds are better if we go for 2 every time.
Anything in particular you just need to do well tonight to win this ball game?
We're going to have to play well. It's at Brownstown. They're well coached. They're going to play hard, and we're going to have to match their intensity.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
A credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone on their back and in a crib These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate, from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
It is time for Keys to the Game tonight. Tonight's Keys to the Game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. And time to call on Coach Gary Sartori again. And first, he's going to talk about Charlestown. So for us, Coach, Charlestown, what do we have?
Well, I got to tell you, Coach Hawkins was right about the offense and defensive line play. They were impressive last week. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the offense first. The offensive line was extraordinary. Now, being an offensive line coach for many years, I would love to have this line. I mean, they are great. I'm going to start out with the center. The center is Zach Cowper. Now, just like in the classroom, if I mess up on the name, I apologize, but Zach is number 76. He's a sophomore. When I saw he was a sophomore, the way he played, I was very impressed with him. He handled that nose guard from Silver Creek by himself. So that freed up the guards to be able to go to the linebackers. And I expect the same thing. Now, Brownstown Central runs a 4-3, so he's going to be taking on that shade technique most of the time. But I think if you have a strong offensive line, you can do a lot of things. Charlestown runs a pistol offense. Now, what does that mean? That's a shotgun with a back behind the quarterback. They ran the ball very impressive inside and then also on the outside. Now, one of the things that they did with that is that they had an RPO game, run-pass option. And they were running that inside zone, and those linebackers were biting. And all of a sudden, he pulled out. McClellan is the quarterback. Absolutely threw it to Xander Morris, number 15. And that's what I'm thinking. That's what we're going to see a lot tonight. We're going to see a lot of RPOs. So I think with the 2x2, the 3x1 spread formations, you're going to see a lot of interesting plays.
All right. Now for the Brownstown Central Braves.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just be honest. We didn't get to see any film, but this is an offense of my own passion. It's called the spin offense. It's a takeoff of kind of like wing tee and single wing. It's an illusion type offense because that back is going to go ahead and start in motion. They call it jet motion. I got to talk to the coaches when we got here early. So we were talking to them, and they said they call it jet motion, which is basically that back, one of the backs is going to go in motion, and then at the timing, the quarterback is going to spin, which his back is going to go against to the defense. Now, at this point in time, you can run the sweep. You can give it to the wing back. You can also, that fullback can catch the ball and run an inside trap, or the quarterback can run a wedge, or you can run a counter, or you can play action. This confuses the defense. They have to stay home. They have to stay home because this is one of those things where even if you're undersized, this offense matches up and be able to create holes and mismatches for defense. You have to stay home. You cannot run out of the way because they're going to come back and counter you.
All right, so that's the Brownstown Central keys to the game. And again, tonight's keys to the game presented by Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet. Well, speaking of Coach May of these Brownstown Central Braves, I had a chance to talk to him a couple of days ago. So we are going to step away and hear from Coach May when we return here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we count down to the kickoff here from Brownstown Central High School, I've got on the phone with me Coach May from Brownstown Central High School. And Coach May, is your week one win. You scored 58 points on offense. Defense gave up 28. Just thoughts about how you played in all three phases in that win in week one.
First of all, Cordon's a much improved team from last year, so give them credit. They have some very good skilled athletes, which gave us some problems on defense. But, overall, obviously, you score 53 points, you have to be happy with the score. We're a very young and inexperienced team, so we made a lot of immature, inexperienced mistakes. Too many penalties, too many turnovers, and didn't really do well in the kicking game. So it's a game that, wasn't unexpected for our first game with so many young guys playing. But we need to continue to get better. And that's kind of our motto this year is, get better every day, get better every week. So, we, as a win, we played decent, but we got to get better.
Well, now it looks on paper you've got a senior quarterback, correct? Does he come in with some experience, and what does that do for your team when you've got a player with some experience to lead the offense?
Yeah, he's we went 11-1 last year, and he's the only returning starter on offense. So he had a great year last year, his first year at quarterback, and we expect big things. And he himself had a great game against Corydon. He rushed for like 150 yards or 170 yards, and I think threw for 150. So he himself played the way we expected him to play. But all the other 10 offensive starters are all new, so they need to pick it up a little bit, but it's great to have an experienced quarterback back, and he's a great leader for us, and I expect him to do well all year.
Well, and as I was preparing for the game and looking, we see lots of teams at all different levels that have players that go both ways, offense, defense. And as I was working on just through your starters, just a few players that go both ways. That tells me that even with some inexperience, maybe a lot of depth on your team. Is that the case, or am I mistaken?
Well, we got some kids that we feel like could play both ways. We just feel like that in the long run, especially against a team like Seymour, a bigger school, or come tournament time, we just felt like over the last quite a few years that the least amount of guys you have playing both ways, the better you are. Now, obviously, we do have our offensive line. We have 5 young guys that have very little experience. We do have 3 defensive linemen that could play on the offensive line if needed. But our plan going into the season was see how long we could go with as few as people expected to play both ways. And Corydon game, we were able to do that. Our 5 offensive linemen played the whole game. Now, this week, obviously, it's a little different breed of cat. Charlestown's a very good football team, so we may have some kids that may have to play a little bit more both ways. We'll just see how the game goes.
Well, and as far as your offensive and defensive scheme goes, I'm just wondering what that will look like for our fans watching tonight, those watching on IHSAA TV or on YouTube. Just what they may be expected to see out of Brownstown Central High School tonight.
Offensively, you won't see what we do from anybody. We're a single wing, old school offensive football team. Our quarterback on every play receives a snap and shotgun and spins on every play. So it's a spinner, single wing offense that we feel like gives us an advantage because nobody sees what we do. And we used to run the wing tee, and we've evolved to this over the years. So we feel like that's an advantage. About everybody now runs a spread offense. So that's what we do offensively. Now, defensively, we're basically a 4-3 defense, pro defense. We play a little differently than most people do, but we just feel like we do a lot of things differently than other schools. And I think because of our lack of size and our type of kids that we have to do things that are unique. And it's hard to prepare for us in a 4-day span, and that's what we're hoping for.
All right. Well, Coach Reed May, thank you for your time, and I really appreciate it. And good luck in tonight's ball game. Thank you.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. solutions.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer. Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh. Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
From GLICOD, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Tonight's game is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our community since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security. Now to the field for all the action of Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD.
As we are ready for the kickoff, we cut right into it there, folks, as kicked off, and that's into the hands of Engel, who falls forward to about the 32-yard line. That's Isaiah Engel. And, folks, let's see if we can't show you the starting lineups.
Like I said to you earlier, I thought the weakest point was Charlestown's kickoff team, and I know they had to went to the practice field and fixed it, and that's what I saw just now, a better kickoff team. They closed their gaps. They did a much better job.
And we'll get out of that and come back to it here in a little bit. So 1st and 10, and run there up the middle.
Now, that was a massive unbalanced line to the left, and there's a wedge block. That's one of the things that the assistant coaches told me. Instead of running power, they run wedge. And it was it was basically an unbalanced line, trying to overload the defense to one side, trying to catch them.
So it's going to be 2nd and about 7. As
there they go
showing
again.
you the defense here of the Charlestown Pirates.
Went to an unbalanced and shifting.
And that's Carson Darledge at quarterback. Hand off there to Zyke around that right side. No real gain there. In fact, a loss of a couple, I believe.
That was a really nice job. I think it was number 51, the outside linebacker or defensive end, did a great job of containing that sweep. They couldn't break outside on that. They're going to have to do a better job. Oh, number 31, I think. They're going to have to do a better job of blocking that outside linebacker. If not, Brownstown Central is going to be in trouble running to that left side, to that right side.
So 3rd and 9 for Brownstown Central as Carson Darledge, who was 5 of 10 last week.
They're shifting a lot. Usually you might get the defense to jump, but the Charlestown's defensive line is very disciplined.
And there's that spin move, run right up the middle for Darledge, 1st down.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I really love about this offense. It's an illusion offense. You know, if you get caught thinking it's going to be a sweep, then all of a sudden here comes that quarterback, and that kid is fantastic. He is the reason why their offense is running so well. He's not afraid to run the ball.
So 1st and 10 with the ball on the 47-yard line.
There's that unbalance again. It's unbalanced left. I mean, it's a student body left over there, and then they'll probably go ahead and shift. You notice that everybody's in a 2-point stance. Then they'll go ahead and shift, and then they'll get down into a 3-point stance.
So on 1st and 10, Darledge, handoff there. That's Engel. And left side for a couple.
More like a power sweep to the left. Got to pick up and make sure that there's that extra, Charlestown runs a 42 nickel. And it looks like that extra player, that nickel back, is right there to be able to take it on.
So 2nd down. Just underway here, 9:30 on the clock.
There's the student body right. There's the shift.
As Darledge directs some traffic.
Oh, there's that direct step to the fullback.
And fullback there is Adam Waite.
That's one of the great things about this offense. The fullback is in front of the quarterback. He's off to the side. So the fullback has to just step right in front of the shotgun snap. And with that spin action, this is where you can go ahead and get that illusion. With that fullback, he can go upside and trap, a little wedge, and it will pop. And then they'll do a little play action pass where they'll go ahead and pop it to him down the road. That fullback will be past some linebackers, and that quarterback will spin around.
So 3rd down play here for Darledge and company of the Braves. Calls for the ball, spin, and tries up the middle, but this time big old Malachi Rios there. He had 4 tackles last week, and that brings up 4th down.
He was a highlight. That defensive line, number 50, Rios, outstanding job last week. Outstanding. He's a tough player. He's one of my guys that I highlighted while watching their game film. I knew he was exceptionally hard to be able to block. There's a quick kick. Coach Bennett and I came early, and we were watching that. Coach Bennett is
and that certainly is something that will fool an opposing offense.
Yes.
So with a timeout on the field, let's take a very brief break. We'll be back for more here on GLICOD.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
All right, and on that first down play, a short gainer there for the Pirates. Actually, I had better than a short gainer, about 4 yards.
Yeah, this week Charlestown's coming out with a two back set instead of that pistol look. They went ahead and did a power sweep, and again they're going to go off tackle. That's where he got the nice cut for 5 yards and went ahead and did a nice little power sweep to the right. Looks like he slipped on the turf, and I think they got maybe a little bit of a loss that period. A loss of one.
Loss of one, so it's going to make it 3rd and 7.
This is where that play action, or
Actually,
look for number 15. This is where you want to look for number 15. McClellan is definitely going to be looking to Morris. This is the highlight that I watched last week. This is where Coach May and his defensive staff probably will go ahead and double team number 15.
Well, and I wanted to try to get you the.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
That was right.
Yep, just what you called, Coach.
Yeah, Morris was right there. I mean, that's what we call an RPO, a run-pass option. And so you wanted to get that linebacker to come up and take on the dive. But last week, this is what you're watching. You're watching Morris come in and kind of do a bend route right over top of the linebackers. They were not fooled. Brownstown Central did a great job of stopping that one.
Well, folks, I realize I owe you a Charlestown offense and a Brownstown defense. Wow, nice kick.
Yeah,
that
nice
time.
Waved it off. There we go.
And
okay.
That was Fritz on the recovery there.
You know, a high punt is better sometimes than just a long one. That ball was up in the air for a while. He called for a fair catch, but still, here, that's a great punt. Nice job. All right, here we go. Let's see if they're going to come back with that student body set and then shift again. Charlestown's defensive line did not really adjust. They stayed to their true, stayed into their gaps, did a nice job, not really fooled by that shift.
So here goes Darledge on that spin, breaks one tackle, gets away from another, and finally ridden to the ground after a short gainer. Looked like it was Ethan French.
Yeah, that was just a nice, just basically, again, that's what they call wedge. Just a quarterback wedge. And again, everything starts out with that motion and that spin. The illusion of giving to the sweep. Then all of a sudden there's a chance for the quarterback to keep it or that fullback to step in front of the snap. And then you're going to be seeing a counter here real soon, like number 9 coming back underneath for a counter.
So Darledge again.
There's the counter.
Oh, handoff, and then another handoff, and
there it is.
Going down to the left side and tackled at the 10-yard line. That was Grant Killey. Grant Killey coming out of the backfield, and a great 1st and 10 there.
That's exactly what I was just calling for, except I thought number 9 was going to get the crisscross, but it's actually number 14 they call that a crisscross, a double handoff. Nice job on the counter. I was expecting that to come up, but just they did a great job. That's one thing. The defense has to stay home. If you start seeing the defensive linebackers, are absolutely moving out of their positions, that's when the counter's going to pop it, just like it did just last play.
So big play there for Killey. He had 3 carries for 29 yards last week, and that was better than that this time. Now it's Darledge. Darledge who takes it down to the 3-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3.
I'm very impressed with this quarterback. This kid is tough. Again, the illusion of this offense, it's great. Again, he calls it single wing. It is a version of a single wing. It's the single wing spin offense. It's originally came from the wing tee. But I'm telling you, they do a great job. This quarterback is tough. He's not afraid to run it up the middle.
This quarter moving quickly, too. Already just 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Darledge calls for it. And
there's a crisscross.
Again on that crisscross, and a lot of shoving and pushing. And there's going to be a short gain on that down near the goal line.
That was a little iffy. Looked like he was shifting his foot. I thought they were going to call maybe some offsides or a penalty on that, but the officials didn't really. They were easy with that. He's got to be patient. Number 14. He moved. He moved before the snap.
So ball on the 2. Brownstown Central threatening.
Unbalanced right. Here we go, wedge.
And wedge falling forward. And then a little bit sideways. That's Carson Darledge on the keeper.
No, it's 4th and 1.
4th and goal from the 1.
4th and goal.
And let's see what these Braves want to do.
Again, there's an unbalanced line.
Here in the early going from Brownstown Central High School. Todd Carter, Gary Satori on the call.
And
they
stopped him.
They stopped him is right. So the Charlestown defense holds up, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Charlestown Pirates as they will come out on offense. And this finally gives me the opportunity to show you the Charlestown starting lineup, including Clay McClellan there at quarterback, coming off a 200-yard throwing performance last week. And then let's also give you the home defense for the Brownstown Central Braves.
There we go, safety. They got it. Oh. There was a bunch set. There was a tight 3-by-1 set, and then went to that pistol. And that's where they went, and they tried to run a counter tray away from the trip side. Charlestown was waiting for it. I thought it was very close. It could have gone either way. But, again, it's tight. It's Charlestown is not going to be easily run over like Silver Creek did last week. I think these boys are prepared, and I think this is going to be one heck of a game tonight.
So it's 2nd and 11, if I get things updated here. And we've got a timeout on the field. So a timeout from Charlestown. And that means we will take a timeout as well as we return. Charlestown will have the ball deep in their own territory with 2 minutes and 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Come on back for more on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we return here to Brownstown Central High School, Clay McClellan trying to air it out.
Yeah.
And deep in the corner, and there's the penalty flag.
I think last year was actually the first time that you were allowed to not turn your head as a defensive back when you were going for, blocking the pass. But he was all over him. I mean, it was a flagrant call for pass interference. You got a mismatch too. I mean, that wide receiver had a couple more inches on that defensive back.
So that's going to make it 1st and 10 as the Pirate offense gets themselves out of that hole. And 16-yard line is where the ball is now after that 15-yard mark-off. So, again, some room to work for Clay McClellan and company. Man in motion. Keeper for McClellan around that left side.
Oh, fumble.
And did the ball come out?
Yeah, I did, but I think Charlestown recovered it.
I wasn't sure if he was down yet or not, but I think they are saying it did pop out because the ball moved backwards there just a bit.
Yeah, Charlestown's running a little bit more of counter tray than versus last week. Last week they just inside-outside zone. This week they're running a lot of just the guard, tackle, counter tray. They're trying to do a little bit more gap scheme.
And run up the middle there on second down. Going to bring up see where they spot the ball. About a 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5, yeah.
So it's certainly 3rd and manageable.
All right, there's Morris again. They got a safety over top, and number 12, he's kind of disguising. Maybe a little speed out or something.
About 1:30 left here in this first quarter. McClellan flush from the pocket. Just bulls his way forward and falls forward to across the first down marker. Nice run there.
Yeah, this is one of the things that both sides of the ball, both teams have an impressive running quarterback. I mean, this is one of those things where as an offensive coordinator, you always worry about, should I run the quarterback if he throws the ball? These coaches both are not afraid. This is the reason why they're able to move the ball up and down the field. It's about using these quarterbacks, not only he's throwing the ball, but also to run.
So this time, though, McClellan swamped under, and he is sacked. Going to be a tough time telling you who that was exactly, because there was a pile of Braves on top of McClellan. He loses his helmet, so he will have to go to the sideline, and it's about a 2-yard loss. Looks like 2nd and 12 or so.
Now he looks like he's still in.
Well, sure enough. I thought because of the helmet loss he would have to come out, but my mistake.
No, I was right there with you. I thought he was going to have to come out for a play, but lucky for Charlestown.
So McClellan, looks to throw left side, and Gainer there takes it out to about the 37-yard line. We'll see where the spot is. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
That's a quarter. That was a nice hitch. It was a little bit longer. It was just a vertical, just right up. This is where you just kind of you put press. You're going vertical, and if that defensive back keeps on backpedaling, this is where you can throw your hand up and you sit. It's like a deep hitch, and you can play games. And this is the reason why they got to be able to get that first down. That's actually a nice choice route that they can do all night long.
All right, well, we are going to step away. We'll have second quarter when we return to Brownstown Central High School here on GLICOD.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life. Your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned.
As we are back for second quarter action, handoff inside as McClellan on that 3rd and short.
That's kind of like a shotgun wishbone set. It's really kind of a neat set to do. It's more of the version of I'm going to run power and illusion, and thought they did a good job. Defense did an outstanding job of making sure that he didn't get that first down.
So now we've got a 4th and 1 and a timeout. So just coming out of the break, we'll have another brief timeout. We will take that opportunity to do the same. As Charlestown calls a timeout, we will step away and be right back with more here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply.
Going to come back to live action, and the punt away, and good. Charlestown bounce. Kicking game was something that Coach Hawkins was a bit concerned about, but on that fourth down, they kicked and move the ball back down into the into Brownstown Brave territory.
Ethan French, number 2, is the punter. I watched him warm up, and he's got a very nice leg. I love the height of that punt. It really does a lot of things, and that gets that defensive coverage to be able to cover the field down there quicker. I love it. I think it's a great job. Number 2, French, nice job on the punt.
So Brownstown Central and Carson Darledge back on offense, 1st and 10.
Looks
run there on the left side. No real gain, it looked like to me.
Looks like an option setting up. This is what they should have done, and I thought this was what they were going to do on the goal line to get ready to score. If the quarterback, number 7, he looked like he was the pitch man. If they would have done that on a goal line, if the quarterback would have pitched it out there, I think it would have gone and got the touchdown. You're seeing that now. If the quarterback will pitch it, I think you're going to see a long run here off that option.
So Darledge and company back out, 2nd and 10, and the whistle blows.
Well, looks like they got the flag on the defensive side, but I'm not sure yet.
Believe so. Still
no. Nope, it's on the offense.
On the offense, so that's going to back the Braves up 5 yards. It's going to make it 2nd and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting started here in the second period. See how the
tight end wing side onto the right. There's a reverse, setting it up.
And flag comes in. No real gain on the play for Brownstown, maybe a yard.
If you could see that wide receiver, he was on a deep route when the quarterback reversing it out. Now it looks like, again, the spin. Looks like he was going to be ready to be the option, and all of a sudden you saw that wide receiver come back around for a reverse. He is setting everything up for the rest of the game. The defense now, again, you have to stay home when you go against this single wing, the spin offense, because if you don't, he's going to be able to know what's going to open up, and he's going to be able to hit it. And, again, the crisscross counter, you're going to see a lot more of that here in the second quarter.
Well, we have a timeout on the field, so I'm going to actually use this opportunity to go through our ticker. And our ticker this evening, we have Salem 6-0 over Silver Creek in the first quarter. Salem 6-0 over Silver Creek in the first quarter. Jeff and Seymour in the first quarter are all zeros, as are New Albany at Gibson Southern, 0-0 there. Clarksville at West Washington also at zeros. And then Floyd Central will be taking on Manual, and that game doesn't start until about 7:30, so it won't be underway for another 6 minutes or so. So there's our ticker for this evening.
Now, Floyd Central had to play against Manual last week, and they're going against a big team against Manual this week.
So on the third down play, flushed and into the end zone, and then ball thrown away. There's a flag come out.
Now that's that new rule.
Yes, and we could probably discuss that rule just a little bit if we need to.
I like it. I think it's safety for the quarterbacks. As long as they're doing 3 shuffle slide steps to either side outside that tackle box, they can go ahead and get rid of it. And now I know if I was on the other side, I would complain about it, but I think it's a safety precaution for the quarterbacks to go ahead and get rid of the ball.
So you can see that 7-5 2D added an exception for the passer to legally throw the ball away to conserve yardage. That's one of the new high school football
offset here.
Offset penalties. So a defensive holding and intentional grounding. And I do believe I know why it was intentional grounding, even though he cleared out. I believe that ball hit before it got back to the neutral zone, or the line of scrimmage extended. And it took me a moment to realize that's why. So the striped shirts absolutely made the right call there. Unfortunately for Darledge, he just didn't get the ball quite far enough downfield. So that brings up 4th down. Still third. My fault.
There's a reverse again.
And short gainer there. Isaiah Engel on the handoff and a short gainer, but that will bring up 4th down. It's going to be 4th and about 11.
Yeah, that was a basic reverse again. When you spin, it's the timing. That one back that's not getting the ball, he's going to get a little bit deeper, and then all of a sudden that gives that other wing back to be able to get the ball. But when the defense sees it, it just looks like one chaotic thing. It's beautiful to watch.
So Darledge backs way up. I'm thinking this is just straight up punt formation. And punts the ball away. And making a little bit of an adventure is Smalls there on the catch. But then he spins, goes forward, spins again, goes forward again. And a hero from last week, Jaden Small, with his 2 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery with a nice punt return there for the Pirates.
This sophomore is exciting to watch. I know watching the game last week on YouTube on the channel, and you could hear the proud father. You know, he was
down
in the box.
Down the press box.
Yeah,
sure could.
Yeah, it was great to hear that. I mean, just a great, proud father in the press box. But he had a great game last week. This kid's going to be very impressive. He's already 2 games in a row doing something nice.
As back out comes McClellan. He's going to pitch the ball. Oh, bounces off of his receiver's helmet. I believe Cole Tincher was the intended receiver.
Yeah. You got 2 people in the same spot. It should, it looked like an in route and then maybe a post over top. If they would have just got the separation a little bit, they were a little bit close to me. And so the quarterback, he didn't square up on his throw. He had time to set it up. But I think you're going to see a little bit more of that spacing of an in route and a post. Some people call it a shallow cross. But I think this is going to be something that they're going to come back to here real soon.
So 2nd and 10.
Oh, nice counter.
Nice counter. And McClellan on the gain there. He's going to be out close to the line to gain.
This is where, again, defenses have to not get suckered into one direction. The defensive end, number 50, what's his number? Right over the right defensive end. He has to stay home. And the coaches are probably going to pull him over to the side a little bit and get with him and say, you got to stay home. Watch for that counter.
Trying to see who that would have been. Brannaman, I believe, is who's listed, but I've probably moved him around a little bit.
Yeah, it's 51.
Yeah, it was Brannaman.
Yeah. He was on an inside stunt. They were slanting to that side there.
And that's going to move the chains, though. And going to make it 1st and 10. So Charlestown.
They're moving the ball.
Has moved the ball.
I know we were talking during break. It's looked like we're seeing 2 different offenses. Last week they were in the spin, and they were just running inside-outside zone. This week they got a little bit more flavor. They're doing a lot more, so I think they're adding more plays to their playbook.
That's Graham in the backfield behind McClellan. Fakes the handoff and pulls it out, runs, looking for the line to gain, and gets there. So it's going to be another 1st and 10.
Yeah, it's a nice counter trade. Anything off tackle. you know, and then they got the action with the back. So you're going to freeze up your linebackers, and then all of a sudden the two linemen are pulling. So it was a nice counter tray off tackle. Quarterback kept it. And, again, this kid is impressive. He does run the ball very well. He's an outstanding quarterback.
So McClellan, he had 8 carries for 39 yards last week and a couple of touchdowns. He's got another 1st and 10 here.
Nice read. Oh,
that was not much of a gainer there.
Nope.
If anything, might even be a loss.
Now, this is the time. This is what they call is like a dive read. The quarterback's looking at the defensive end. The defensive end must have stayed, and so he gave it to him. But good job by the interior defensive line for the. Oh my goodness, my brain's gone. For the Brownstown Central Braves, they did a nice job.
So no gain on the play. 2nd and 8. 2nd and goal from the 8, I should say. Man in motion. Whistle comes.
This is what they were doing last week, especially during the goal line. This is what you call a jet read. Now, jet power read. The jet back is going in motion. The quarterback shuffles 2 steps, and he's watching that play side defensive end, like number 51, like we were talking about. Whatever that defensive end does, he's either going to go ahead and give it to the jet back, or the quarterback's going to keep it and go right up into that gap. That's one of the things that Charlestown was doing for their extra points, for going for 2. Here we
Yes.
go. Looks like we're going to see the same thing.
So
basically.
after the penalty, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. So a much shorter field now for Charlestown to work with. McClellan makes a man miss, keeps those legs churning, and touchdown. Our first touchdown of the night for McClellan and Charlestown.
Nice job with it. Basically, this is like a pin and pull. So in a gap scheme, you're going to come down, and then the backside guard is going to go ahead and insert and pull up into the hole. So it's almost like a quarterback ISO. The guard, instead of a fullback blocking into the linebacker, the guard pulls up and goes ahead and isolate blocks onto that linebacker. It's a nice pin and pull play. Nice job. 6 points for Charlestown. Now let's go ahead and see what that 2 points, see what they do. Again, I'm looking for that jet read.
So from the 4-yard line, Clay McClellan with the rushing touchdown. And let's see what the Pirates can do here.
Speed option.
As McClellan, stopped short.
Yep, that was a speed option to the trip side. And I think that the tailback, the pistol back, kind of stopped. He should have kept on running. I think they're going to pitch that ball again, but that's what we call a speed option between the quarterback and the pistol back. And I think if he would have pitched it, I think we would have saw two points right then and there.
All right. Well, with timeout on the field, we will step away as the Pirates lead the Braves 6-0 here on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Last week from Charlestown.
As we return here to Brownstown Central High School, 6-0 after our first score of the ball game. The Pirates put 6 on the board, and the Brownstown Central Braves now will get the ball back with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to work with here in this first half. Let's see what they can do with this time.
Yeah, now you notice that, like last week I was watching, you see 6 people on the right side of the kicker. Now they're bunched up. That's normally not how I do it. You spread the whole field. I want to watch something here, what they're doing here.
And the ball booted away by Ryan Shields, freshman, and collected by Engel. and he falls at the 30. So 1st and 10
Charlestown
for
did it.
Brownstown Central.
At Charlestown, again, I think that was the one thing that they had to go to work on special teams is do a better job on their kickoff team. And, again, 2 for 2 of closing the gaps down. They did a nice job.
Let's briefly touch on our storylines again. Tonight's storylines brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana. Be part of the youth empowerment movement at voiceindiana.org. And those were Brownstown Central has this system offense, and can Charlestown's offensive and defensive lines hold up? Well, let's wait till after this play. Tucked by Darledge. Doesn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. Coach, your thoughts on both of those?
I thought basically that was an old version of what you call waggle. You're going to show motion here to our sideline, to the the Braves sideline, and they were going to go ahead and run waggle, play action to the wide side of the field. The fullback immediately went out to the flat. So what you call is a waggle play. It's a counter play action.
So we've got 2nd and 7. Man in motion. There's the spin. Darledge right up the middle. He's got the first down and a little more.
I think that was a great job. Again, what you're doing is, I call it chaos, because that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to create chaos for the defense. When you have both backs merging almost at the same time, and then you don't know who's got the ball. You don't know if it's a sweep. You don't know if it's going to be a reverse or the quarterback on that wedge. Great job. Again, that timing, it takes time to get that timing. But one thing that I've been finding out is that Coach May and his staff, they start in 5th and 6th grade with kids that played this offense.
Yeah, that's that storyline of this, how this system works.
There's Chris.
Double handoff, crisscross.
Yep.
That was Zyke ended up with it, but not much of a gain there, if any. Maybe a yard.
Yeah, I think, this is where, again, the offensive line, they're young. This is their second varsity game, ever playing. I mean, there were a bunch of JV players last year. So they're getting better. And, again, this is gap scheme blocking where you double team. You're going ahead and blocking angles. As soon as they get a little bit more rhythm, by 5th or 6th game, you're going to see this thing pop every time.
So 2nd and 9, just under 5 minutes left.
Sweep.
Zyke again on the sweep. And up the near sideline, he's got the first down and some more.
Yeah, this is what they call power sweep. And the fullback is kind of the lead. And that outside linebacker comes, that fullback's going to go ahead and lead and kick out. And then you either go ahead and cut it up, or if you can hook that outside linebacker, then he bounces it outside. Great. It's an overload power sweep.
So 1st and 10, and the Braves back in Charlestown territory. Now, the Braves had the ball deep in Charlestown territory, but were stopped. But they are on the move again, and that spin move again, Darledge, and gets it down to the 20-yard line, maybe even the 19. So 1st and 10 again.
Yeah, that chaos. Again, that's exactly what I call it, because you got both backs, and at one particular time, the defense doesn't know what to do.
Yeah,
they're frozen.
Absolutely.
You don't know, and you really have to practice without a football to go against this offense. You do, because the football, when you practice this, look, a quick wedge, right there, nice job to the fullback.
So the fullback right up the gut, and that's T-Meyer. He had 4 carries for 27 yards last week, and that's his first carry on the night, I believe, but going to make it 2nd and 5.
Yeah. Again, when you practice against this offense, you can't use a football. There's no way. To get the timing down, you just go ahead and just practice without a football. Nice little spin dive.
Spin dive again.
Wedge,
yep, but this time, Darledge just back to the line of scrimmage.
When that offensive line gets, they're going to get bigger. They're young. They're going to get bigger and stronger. Then they're going to be able to run more inside traps next year. And then that's when you're going to be able to see that quarterback be able to run and be able to kick a defensive tackle out instead of trying to do a one-on-one wedge block. You're going to see more angles next year. You're going to see more inside traps next year from this team. I don't.
And
That's
penalty comes in, and that may actually.
That's on the Braves.
That is going to be on the Braves. And let's see if that turnover will hold, because the fumble on the ground on the miscommunication. And so I think
it should have been a dead ball.
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh.
But it was declined. Right. And so on the fumble, first turnover of the ball game, the Pirates now with a 1st and 10. And now they've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to see what they can do.
Like I said, the Braves, Brownstown Central is moving the ball up and down the field. Excuse me. They're doing a great job. Again, third and fourth quarter, whoever has the most gas left in them, that's basically who's going to take control of this game.
So fumble on the 17-yard line. First turnover of the ball game. Oh, French tipped it up in the air there, and that could have been dangerous for the Pirates.
Again, RPO, run pass option. You're going to go ahead and you're going to ride that dive in there, and you're reading that linebacker. If that linebacker comes in for the dive, that's when you just throw it right over top. And number 2, how tall is he?
Ethan French?
Yeah.
He is 6'2" and 175 pounds.
That's a big target to throw to, so you can throw it right over top of those middle linebackers. If they get that timing down again, it'll work.
Well, you often see those similar types of plays. Ottersback's playing out wide right for the Pirates. He's a good 6'3", 6'4". Also a big target.
There's a tunnel screen.
There's a flag down on the play, though.
It's a nice
2nd and 10.
That's a nice tunnel screen to the wide receiver, and you see the offensive lineman, and they call that like a walk route. They just come out flat to try to go ahead and pick up anybody. This is one of those timings. When Bobby Redmond was on the phones, when he was at Mayo, he was the king of screens. And I mean, Bobby had a practice for this, but this is one of those things where you just absolutely just go find an opposite color jersey and get a hold of them. But that was a nice attempt of the tunnel screen, but it was a great job by Brownstown Central stopping it.
So on the penalty, the Pirates backed up an extra 5 yards from the point of the penalty. So I put in 2nd and 15, but that's really more like it's more like 2nd and about 19.
Yeah, every bit of it. You don't want to get it back all in one play.
So McClellan, handoff. That's Graham on that right side. Not much of a gainer there.
Yeah, it's what they call an outside zone play. It's just a stretch it, try to go ahead and maybe pop into the D or outside gap. Again, Brownstown Central is doing a nice job of containing that.
It's going to bring up 3rd down, and it's 3rd down and nearly 20.
So you're in wide trips to the left. One receiver, might see some vertical routes. You see a cover 3, one safety.
McClellan standing just outside of the pay dirt. Sprint out, throwing it down.
Nice.
Caught. That's Morris. And he runs it out of bounds, and that's going to be a 1st down. Nicely done.
Nice flood route. The flood route it's a great spacing. You're going to get vertical with your outside receiver, and then your 2 inside, they go ahead and get depth, and they call that basically 2 out routes. But one's going to go deep, one's in the middle, and then you just find open space. Nice job on the sprint out flood route.
Helicopter up overhead from one of the Friday night flights on this 1st down play. That's Logan Harvey.
Yep, quick side, just a really inside dive play, just quick. Got to go ahead and make it honest. You got to get that dive, and then they're going to come back with that RPO.
So 2nd and 7. McClellan calls for it. Takes it away, pitches it out right side. That's Morris again. Makes a man miss. Has the 1st down and more. Steer on the far sideline. Finally tripped up at the 35-yard line. Nice play for Xander Morris.
Yeah, Morris is an outstanding wide receiver. Last week, it was a great combination between those two. And, again, he found him tonight. This is a great combination. This is a great group. They must be really good friends because he looks for him. He's exciting. He's going to definitely catch the ball.
McClellan looking to go fast as soon as they were set. Trying to go. Now Otter's back, and he's going to go. Touchdown.
Looked like a quick slant, maybe a 5-yard slant inside. Again, they've got targets. This kid is two wide receivers that are just built tall, wide, lanky, and you're going to create space, and that was a nice little slant play. Good job. Nice touchdown.
So Jake Otter's back with the touchdown as the visiting Pirates find pay dirt again both times here in this second quarter. Minute 20 on the clock. And let's see as they go for two again. Again, last week, the Pirates went for two on every extra point opportunity.
Yeah. Were they 4 out of 6?
They were.
Yeah. Timeout.
And a timeout on the field by the Pirates. So we will take a timeout as well. And when we return, we will have the final couple of plays here with a minute 20 left to go in the first half on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Hackey Page today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
After the 35-yard touchdown, it's time for the second second try here at the conversion, as the first timeout was called.
Now, last time they attempted a speed option. If he pitches it, I think he'll go ahead and score. Nope.
Looks to throw.
Nice.
And has a man. A 2-point conversion good. Xander Morris.
There he is. That's a great combination.
The conversion.
Yeah, those two work together well. He's an outstanding wide receiver. That boy can catch. It's a great combination. They've got a lot of weapons. Charlestown has got a lot of weapons. They're going to be exciting to watch the rest of the year.
So 14 to nothing here in the first half. I know the scoreboard clicked up safety there when I put 2 points, but that was a 2-point conversion that was good, and that takes us to 14 to nothing with a minute 20 remaining here in this first half. And now the big question will be can Brownstown Central do something quickly and cut into this lead?
You know, when it's a minute 20 and this type of offense that they run, just control it. Go into the locker room 14 to nothing. Don't do anything, I would say, silly. Control the clock. You've got a whole second half. They're running the ball up and down the field. They'll get their points. It's just you want to be able to make sure that you're just going into the halftime, not doing anything to give Charlestown any extra points.
So that's Shields kicking it away again. Xander Morris was doing some of the kicking duties last week, but this week, no. And we've got some extracurricular activities going on the near sideline. And
that was a nice,
so a flag is down.
Yeah.
The kickoff was down to Lane Zeich, and he brings it back to the 34-yard line. They're going to put the ball down, but we've got a powwow on the sideline here of the striped shirts.
What I think you're going to see is Brownstown Central was blocking the entire time. Whoa.
So personal fouls called against both teams, offsetting penalties.
I thought the punches was what's going to be the final on that one. I thought I saw some punches thrown, but again, offsetting penalties is fine.
And I didn't see any note of, I don't know if there was warnings or if both of those
no, there wasn't any
folks
warnings.
were reserved. Were removed. I mean,
No, there wasn't.
No ejection. I didn't see any of that, so I wasn't sure.
He lost his helmet. That's the reason why maybe he's not in the play.
So Darledge looks to throw, and he tucks, runs, and ball kicked out, knocked out, and fumble picked up. And that is Cohen Donaldson on the fumble recovery. Great field position for the Pirates.
Right. This is exactly what I was talking about before the Braves went out there. You don't want to do anything that's out of your character of what you've been doing. Just control it. Go in 14-0. This is an opportunity now to Charlestown to go ahead and put what they call a nail right in, the hammer in the nail, and be able to put another 6 points or 8 points on the board.
So with 1:07 left, the Pirates back on offense after the Donaldson recovery. That ball punched out. And now the interception back the other way, as that's Engel going back the other way. He's still going, and finally brought down in Pirate territory. So one turnover begets another. As the Braves certainly needed that momentum.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, this is a great Friday night game. This is a great high school Friday night game. One of the things I'm noticing, this is what I love, the hill right across from us, there's a little tailgating going on over here. I mean, you got a great seat, and you can just pull up. I think I have to go over there and get a bucket and have donations for the home team, though.
Well, AD Mark DeHart has been so nice to us here for GLICOD, and so he might need to do that.
Yeah,
Engel on the carry again there.
Crisscross. It was a nice, again, this is one of the things about this offense is that just because the ball is going one direction doesn't mean it's going across the line, scrimmage, that direction. They're going to go ahead. There's an illusion. There's counters. There's play action. This is one of the things that I love about this offense. You really don't know where that ball's going until it crosses the line of scrimmage.
Let's take this opportunity with 48.5 seconds left here in the first half to just talk about the GLICOD schedule next week for our Southern Indiana game at 7 p.m. We'll have the Floyd Central Highlanders at the Silver Creek Dragons. I will be there with Jim Kazmarek. Also at 7 o'clock, St. X at Mail. Paul Nijar and Deion Reese on the call of that one. Also 7 p.m., Fern Creek at Oldham County with Chris Labar and Joey Hamilton. And finally at 7:30, the PRP Panthers at the Bowling Green Purples. And that's an audio game with Joe Cox on the call of that one. So that's our lineup for next week. 48.5 seconds left as the Braves come back out on offense, trying to chip away at this Charlestown lead. Darledge looks to throw, airs it out. Nice arm, overthrows his man. Intended receiver was Caleb Cummings. That's a nice arm out of Darledge. That's the first I've seen him really try to air it out.
Yeah, that was a really great post route. Throw it a little bit sooner and leading. Throw the ball where you want him and then have that receiver come underneath it. I think he did the opposite. I think he just went ahead, let the receiver go where he was, and then he threw it kind of overthrow. I think that's a big mistake by quarterbacks. They've got to be able to just throw the ball where you want the receiver to kind of run under. There's a nice little power sweep.
Power sweep, and that's going to be a first down to play. And I'm sorry, folks, as I was trying to keep up with the scoring on the field, I was not keeping up with the down and distance. I apologize. But it's first down now with 36.1 seconds left, and then the clock begins to run again. Darledge, and it's a direct snap. That's going up the middle for not much of a gain. T-Meyer on the carry.
Look for a timeout. There it is.
Looks like it's going to be second and about 8. And there's our final timeout by Brownstown Central. So neither team has any timeouts remaining, so 25.5. Coach, your thoughts on with this kind of time left, what kind of attempts you're going to make towards the end zone?
You know, that's exactly what I was thinking. In my playbook, what do I have to go ahead and throw against this Charlestown's defense? You know, there's the waggle again. You know, he can throw the ball and these can catch the ball. A flood route, something. I haven't seen their offense, so I really don't know exactly what they're going to have in their arsenal. But I really do predict some kind of a waggle where it's a counter flood to one direction. So it looks like they might run a sweep to the short side and then be able to run the bootleg or counter to the wide side of the field.
So 2nd and 8, 25.5 ticks left on the clock. No timeouts remaining either squad. Darledge calls for it. Oh, here comes pressure and ends up was short on the pass out there to Engel, but he had a whole lot of Bonner in his grill as Terrence Bonner came flying in on that.
Yeah, that was when you have your back to the line of scrimmage and then you try to set up the throw, but you've got that outside linebacker coming on a rush or in blitz, he didn't have time. But he did get rid of the ball. You know, he did get it near the receiver, so there wasn't a penalty.
So just a few ticks gone, 21.4 remaining, and it is now 3rd down. So Darledge, senior quarterback.
There's a sweep.
Handoff, a sweep on the right side, and thrown down is Zyke, but that's
is that it? No more
going to get the ball down to the 14-yard line. Let's see if they can.
They're going to kill it.
It's 4th down. They can't kill it. They're going to have to go for the end zone. Little confusion, throwing for the end zone. Cummings out there and thrown away.
Right.
And that will bring up halftime. So as we go to half, our score, the Charlestown Pirates 14 and the Brownstown Central Braves nothing. Come on back. We'll talk about what happened here in the first half when we return on GLICOD.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want an escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not
a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a central location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union. For banking and financial services that are centered around you, visit Centra.org.
Halftime here at Brownstown Central High School. Todd Carter and Gary Sartori on the call with you tonight. Mark Bennett running the camera for us. And Coach, just your thoughts on first half action there in general, and just how the flow went. Charlestown leading 14-0.
You know, Charlestown is playing two different offenses from last week to this week. And, you know, again, it looks like I'm seeing some mistakes from Charlestown, but they're so physical and they're so talented that they're able to do some mistakes and capitalize on it. And they've got some wide receivers, and the quarterback is just absolutely he's massive. He can run it. He can throw it. I mean, it's dangerous to watch Charlestown go ahead and run their offense. I got to be honest with you. While I'm watching this spin offense, this is something that I'm just, you know, again, Coach Bennett and I, we talk pretty much every day about the spin offense, the single wing, the air raid offense. I think if you can combine a little bit of marrying the air raid with this spin offense, they're dangerous. And I talked to the assistant coaches about that, and they said they didn't have enough time for the practice. And I get that. I mean, you've got to be able to figure out, and it's a healthy balance of how much time are you going to be able to practice and get good at things. I'm really impressed with both teams. I think they're doing a great job. I think defense is doing a solid job. It's really a fun game to watch. It really is. I think both teams are being coached very well. It's something that I'm just excited, you know, and just glad to be here. Now, I got to be honest right here, what we're seeing, I don't know if the camera can see this, but you're seeing all these Little League kids being represented. This is one of the things that I have to say that Coach May is doing a fantastic job. Coach Bennett and I got here early. We introduced ourselves to the assistant coaches, and one of the things that we were asking him is like, are you able to run your offense and your defense with the younger kids? And he said, most definitely. He said they start with 5th and 6th grade. And what was impressive is this is a close family atmosphere because the coaches used to play for Coach May and this system. So these kids are getting the offense and the defense. They're getting all the terms. They're getting all the rhythms. They're getting it from 5th grade. And by the time they get to high school, it's running like a well-oiled machine. I love that. That's one of the things that I think Coach May is doing an excellent job, is being able to have control of his football program and being able to have his offense and his defense run at such a small level all the way up to get to the high school. That's the reason why I think they're doing an excellent job. They're young, but I think they're doing a great job against this powerful Charlestown defense.
All right. Well, our halftime score, again, 14-0 with 9 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the half. Let's step away, take another quick break, and hear from some of our awesome GLICOD sponsors. When we come back, we'll talk about some brief numbers that we got from the Pirate statistician up here in the press box. So we'll get you those and talk about the Centra Credit Union numbers again when we return here at half on GLICOD.
Is a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a central location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
I'm your cat. And ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we return here to halftime at Brownstown Central High School, and it's time to look at some halftime numbers here brought to you by Centra Credit Union. As I put those up on the screen again, got a little help from Adam Taliver, the statistician from Charlestown High School, for these Centra Credit Union halftime numbers centered around you. 2 fumble recoveries for the Charlestown Pirates, and then McClellan is has rushed the ball 8 times for 32 yards, and he accounts for 32 of the 41 total rushing yards. He also threw the ball 8 times, connected 4 of those, and for 88 yards, with 1 touchdown through the air and 1 interception. Ottersbach, the recipient on that touchdown. The other Pirate touchdown was Clay McClellan on the ground from 4 yards out. And then Brownstown Central, they had 1 interception there on the ensuing play after Charlestown connected on that second fumble recovery. So turnovers begetting another turnover. So those are the Centra Credit Union halftime numbers. And we are going to step away again, catch another quick break here from some of our great GLICOD sponsors. And as we step away and do that, when we come back, we will get the ticker back up and running. And we've heard from executive producer Steve Bird. So we'll get you that ticker. And we got about 5 minutes left before the teams return to the field for their warm-up period. And we'll talk about also what's going to happen in the second half. So second half action coming, and some more halftime show as we return here to Brownstown Central High School on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug-Free Communities and Our Place.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, We understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
GLICOD on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GLICOD.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
Halftime here at Brownstown Central High School, as we are going to put the ticker up for you and hit on some ball games of local interest. Executive producer Steve Bird throwing these games up, brought to you this week by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. And we are thankful to Packy for helping us bring you these scores. And again, as the teams are returning to the field with about a minute and 20 seconds left here in the half, but we will certainly have some warm-up period as well for a couple of minutes. Band from Brownstown Central still on the field. And again, call your attention to the ticker there at the bottom. I can say that in all candor, boy, I efforted very hard to try to get assistant principal and athletic director Mark DeHart here, DeHart from Brownstown Central High School to come by and do an interview with us. But is this big home game here, and he begged off, and I was trying to do that. We can't thank assistant principal and athletic director Mark DeHart for enough for his hospitality for us here at GLICOD to allow us to come up here and do a ball game. It's a beautiful field, such a nice press box facility. And we're so happy that we get to be bringing this game to you here tonight.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, beautiful field, but really, really nice press box. Unfortunately, Louisville's behind, and Jefferson County, they're behind on their press box. I mean, it's just like a big just box. And, you might be able to fit 3 people or 4 people in it. When you come out here, Indiana High School, Indiana facilities, they just do it right. The turf field, the facilities, the bleachers, they are just absolutely top-notch. Everywhere you go in Indiana, you just see class, and they just understand about the importance of high school or athletic sports. They just do it right over here. They just really, in the state of Indiana, I just seeing a lot of things. And then Kentucky, in certain spots, I'm going to be honest with Eminence. We went by there yesterday. They're building a facility, top notch. It's beautiful. They're filled, and their press box is gorgeous.
Well, as we get ready to come back for the second half here shortly, should tell you that if are you looking to improve your career, Globe in New Albany is seeking pipe fitters, welders, and laborers starting at $16 an hour plus benefits. Call 812-596-WELD, 812-596-WELD, or visit globefabhiring.com, globefabhiring.com, as, again, the Pirates and the Brownstown Central Braves are getting ready to head back out for the second half. So we're going to step away one last time here in the halftime. And when we return, we will have second half action for you. 14-0 coming out of the break. Charlestown up over the Brownstown Central Braves. Stay tuned. Second half action coming on GLICOD.
Cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever. The Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
No, I don't think so, but I appreciate it. As we are back here from Brownstown Central High School, the Braves will be kicking the ball off. They received first, so the Braves will be kicking the ball back to the Pirates. So the Pirates with a chance here in the second half, early on in this second half, to potentially add to their lead. But let's see what Coach Reed May and the Brownstown Central Braves have to say about that. They may have something to say, and if I may flatter Coach Reed May, 286 wins and 57 losses in 30 years. That's 9.5 wins and less than 2 losses a season. So no matter what happens on the field here tonight, I have to flatter him a little bit, because that is impressive.
I'm impressed with him because his staff was absolutely, he has a system. He's hired a staff that absolutely buys in. The community's bought in. He's a fantastic coach.
As the students began to pound away, Hutchison will kick it away, and it's going to be out of bounds. So penalty on that opening kickoff. And that's going to give the ball 1st and 10. See where the
looks like on a 35
spot is. 35 it is.
Mm-hmm.
So 1st and 10 from the 35.
It's interesting what is going on during the halftime, what they were talking about, what adjustments. This is always one of the things that I always look forward to second half, is seeing what the other team is thinking, what they're going to do to go ahead. And then you're also planning what we're going to do second half. This is where strategy comes into play.
So McClellan takes the handoff, or gives the handoff, I guess I should say. And left side, I believe that's Bonner. It is on the carry. He's out for about 5, almost 6 yards.
That's a solid run. I mean, he just put his shoulder pad down and kept grinding. He got 6 yards on that play. Just a nice little dive, inside play.
McClellan, 2nd and 4.
There's a pin and pull play.
And this time, nothing going there.
Now, this is where, again, it's almost, without a fullback and you want to run an ISO play, you have the offensive line to the play side go ahead and open up, and the backside guard pulls and inserts. It's, you can call it a pin and pull, but it's an old-fashioned ISO without a fullback. That guard goes ahead and leads up into the hole.
So on this 3rd down and 4.
It's going to be a pass. That left tackle sitting back.
McClellan looks to throw, overthrows French. And they had that quick strike a couple of times last week and connected on it, but that one just over French's head. So brings up 4th down.
Now that offensive line, one of the things you watch is their fingers. Are they – it's a run. There's a lot of pressure on those fingers, or are they sitting back? Also, you watch their backside. His butt was sitting down, instead of up a little bit. So I was reading a pass by that left tackle. That's one of the things that they're going to have to work on during practice is not give that away.
So French to kick it away. Nice high boot. And a little miff, but picked up and then swarmed under, and that's Hudson Fritz for the Brownstown Braves.
It was a nice job by the punt team, making sure that they contained that and didn't let him bounce and spin. There was 2 or 3 of them right there to be able to take it on. It was a nice job. Good job by Charlestown's defensive punt team. All right, here we go. Here's the spin offense again. It's unbalanced over here to the left. You just never know what's going to happen with this, but they are unbalanced over here to the left side. They're shifting. Now it's even, basically set.
And quarterback keeper, but well played there. Looks like Sean McAfee, the linebacker, on the tackle. He led the team in tackles last week with 15, 12 solo and 3 assists.
This is such a great offense. I bet they go back to that confusion or that chaos. They need to go ahead and put both backs in motion so they can create that so the Charlestown's kind of sitting on the edge. When you're only putting one guy in motion, it looks like they're doing a good job of containing everything. There's the shift. Power sweep to the left.
And a nice run there by Engel. Couple of yards.
Yeah, that fullback is so important that is going to kick out that outside linebacker or he logs him. And that wingback that's carrying the ball reads that. And a lot of times you're thinking that it's going to be an outside play, but it actually cuts back in. Great power sweep. 3rd and 3.
Nice pickup of about 4 yards. So 3rd and 3 for Darledge and the Braves offense. Man in motion. Middle. Spin and got about a maybe.
I don't even think they got a yard.
I don't think they got a yard there.
Yeah.
I think that was right down to going to be 4th and 3.
Like last week, who already mentioned already last week, the defensive player for Charlestown, he did an excellent job. I have to go look at my notes here, but
maybe Donaldson or Rios.
Rios.
Yeah.
He's a playmaker. He's a stud.
Oh, a quick kick there.
That's what they call a spin punt. Coach Bennett and I were watching pregame warm-up. We were watching them do their spin punt, and we were both trying to get each other's attention. Did you see that? That's great. And so you're not being able to set up a punt team, so the defense is up, playing their regular defense, and then I'll do the spin punt, and you're able to go ahead and get that yardage that they got. It's really another advantage to running this offense.
So spin punt backs Charlestown up inside their own territory there to the 36. And I'm sorry, need to update here that is 1st and 10 for the Pirates. McClellan and company.
That corner is turning.
Hand off to Bonner.
Outside zone.
He's on this left side. He got away from a man, and he's going down the sideline. Tripped up, finally run out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
That's a nice outside zone stretch play. He was patient. The young man was patient. He waited to his blocks downfield, and he read it, and he bounced it, and he exploded right outside. Nice job by number 10. What was his name?
That's Bonner. Terrence Bonner.
Nice job.
Sophomore.
Yeah. There's some, that number 8, and they got some really good-looking sophomores. They're talented, from senior to all the way for, sophomores.
So ball on the 41. McClellan looks to throw. Little pressure comes. Almost picked off as Engel stepped in there and just had that on his fingertips and couldn't make it happen.
when you're set up like that to throw the ball, you watch his back foot. He was throwing off his back foot, so he really didn't have control of his throwing. So this is sometimes where you're not as accurate. And when you're doing, it's like a shallow concept where you're reading like a post or in a dig route. The concept is good. It was a great call. But I think, when you're throwing off your back foot, you're not in control when you throw the ball. You got to be able to set up and be able to have some poise and be able to throw the ball. The young man can throw the ball. He's very exciting to watch, not only running the ball, but to throw the ball. Here comes that jet. Oh, timeout.
And a timeout. So timeout taken by the Charlestown Pirates, and we shall take a timeout as well. When we return, we'll have the Pirates 2nd and 10 with 8:06 left in the third period here. 14-0 lead. Come on back for more on GLICOD.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Because of two great teams.
2nd and 10 as we return here to Brownstown Central High School.
Here comes the jet read. Shuffles. Oh, he kept it on the counter.
McClellan trying to go around the right side. And he escaped for a short gain, maybe a couple of yards there.
Number 12. Let me go ahead and try to find out who number 12 is for the.
That would be Adam Waite.
He did a great job, what they call a slow play. He did not go ahead and try to attack the quarterback. He went parallel, so that kept the quarterback to stretch it out to the sidelines. Great job at number 12.
So McClellan and company now. Third down and 8. Here comes pressure. McClellan escapes, stands in, lays the ball out there for Morris, but hit as the ball arrived, and the ball falls harmlessly to the turf.
If anybody was going to catch that, if anybody was going to go ahead and be in that route, it was Morris. Those two together are unstoppable. They're dangerous. They're going to be a duo that's going to be carrying this team all the way as far as they can, and I really love watching them two play.
That brings up 4th down, and French comes in to punt the ball away. He's standing at about his own 48-yard line. Good snap.
Nice punt.
And nice punt.
Yep.
Oh, unfortunately for Charlestown, it took a nice Brownstown Central bounce.
Yeah, it did.
But that will bring up 1st and 10. Let's go ahead and get our second break in here. We'll be right back. Brownstown with the ball on GLICOD.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As Brownstown Central on that first down play, gain of about 5. Oh, more like 7. It looks like with the placement of the ball.
Nice crisscross. Was it a counter? That's what I think. I was busy trying to figure out.
Looks like it. Ball out to the 30.
There's the chaos. There it is. That has to happen all night long.
And Darledge still going to the 40, 35. Finally run out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. Darledge with a nice carry there.
The disadvantage when you think about running that chaos is like there's not going to be an extra blocker to the point of attack. But really, when you do that, when you go ahead and motion and then on the snap of the ball, the other wingback's going in that quarterback's turn, you're really keeping that defense from not going anywhere except just standing there because they don't know who's got the ball. That chaos is so important. They need to keep running that.
So 1st and 10 from the 35.
Power sweep to the right.
That's Zyke on that.
Nice
and
touchdown.
He gets away. 20, 10, touchdown.
That's a
touchdown, Lane Zyke.
Outstanding job. Now, unfortunately, there is a player down.
So we got a player down, but no penalty on the field. So Brownstown Central with 6:57 remaining in the third quarter scores their first touchdown of the ball game.
That's Rios, yeah.
Player down for
Rios.
Is Rios. Looks like maybe he has some cramps, and we had a plethora of that last week in that ball game.
I was getting ready to talk to you about the shots of pickle juice. What a great suggestion. You know,
Coach Kaz,
yeah,
absolutely.
It's a great idea because that really does work. I was listening to him talk about it, and it's like on the sidelines, you should just have like little cups and constantly. But you hydrate on Sunday for Friday's game.
Absolutely.
It's so important. You know, you see a lot of times where you ask the ball players, "Hey, you drinking water?" "Yeah." What'd you have?" "Well, I had a sip, second period, between second and third period at the water fountain." And they think that's hydrating. It's not. You've really got to take care of yourself. Let's hope it's just a hydrate. Yeah, he looks like he's putting pressure on that ankle. Outstanding defensive lineman right there. He's really a good player.
So Malachi Rios leaves the field under his own power, and that will set up Brownstown Central. And they will have Greg Hutchison to attempt the extra point. And the kick is up, and it was partially blocked, and it did make it over, though.
It's good. This is one of the things that I'm glad that young man did the extra point, but I got to be a little biased. My nephew is playing for Brownstown Central. He's hurt right now. It's Bryce Peak. And, you know, he's got a little strain in his hip, and I'm hoping that he's able to get back better. But he's been kicking, too. He does an outstanding job. I think both those kids are definitely doing an outstanding job. I'd just like to see Bryce get healthy and be able to kick extra points. Nice job. What was his name again?
Hutchison.
Hutchison's. Nice job. Nice job, young man.
So with 6:57 remaining, 14-7 our score here from Brownstown Central High School as the Braves cut the Charlestown lead in half. And this is one of those games that, Coach, I'm just, as I look at this score, you know, I'm not so sure. 14 points. I'm not sure 14 points wins this game.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a score, obviously, for Brownstown to get up over that, but Charlestown too, because I think Brownstown has come out and has some now a little momentum.
Yeah.
Hutchison kicks it away. Otters back. Fields at the 20 makes a couple men miss. Now this could be big. No, but nice return. Nice return out to the 48.
This is when you kick to the sidelines and you try to close in to be able to control every gap. And again, if you do not stay in your lanes, this is where you can get kicked out, and there's a nice crease, and this is exactly what happened in Charlestown. Went ahead and exposed against Brownstown's kickoff team. They're going to have to get – this is one of those things in special teams you have to work on more. And that's one of my worries about Charlestown is last week, but they practiced it, and they did a great job so far this week on closing their gaps.
So Otters back with a nice run back there. McClellan, handoff. That's Graham. No, excuse me, that's Harvey. My apologies on that.
Now that's what they call a spin. It's out of the pistol, and it was an outside zone. They did a great job. That offensive line is big. And, again, they manhandled Silver Creek last week on the inside zone, on the outside zone. They did what they wanted to do against them. And you know, that was, again, 5 yards is solid. That's a great time. Anytime you get 5 yards of play, you're doing a great job running the ball.
Yeah, 2nd and 5 there. 6:12 remaining in the third. McClellan.
Oh.
And
Nice.
off Harvey again, but great penetration from the Braves on that.
Great job by the defense. Not getting hooked, grabbed. You know, that's the thing about the zone. Sometimes I thought you had him. That's one of the things. If you can create chaos and be able to get in that backfield, you're going to be able to stop that play. They did a nice job. Again, third down. I think they lost a yard.
They did. Might have even, it wasn't quite 2.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 7 is what we're calling it.
Big receivers out.
Ottersback's on this near side. Pitch and catch to Ottersback, and he had that. So a first down and several yards more. Looks like it'll be out at the 38-yard line.
Like I talked about in the first quarter, this is what they call as a vertical, and you stretch that corner. If he keeps on bailing out, you go ahead and look like you're running a vertical route. And once you get spacing, you turn around. It was a nice hitch. That was just basically a deep hitch route, but that's a safe route to run all night long.
McClellan.
Inside zone.
Handoff. That's Harvey with it. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but a host of Braves on that tackle.
All right. We talked about the RPO, the run-pass option. They've been diving it, giving it. Look for the next time. Look again. And again, his number one receiver. What's his number one receiver? His number is number
84 Ottersback or 15 Morris.
15 Morris. Look for that, but both of them are on fire. So is Morris inside slot?
Morris is inside slot. Ottersback is against the boundary. Morris is in motion.
Yep. There's a flat route. There he is, wide open. Yep.
And there you go. Easy pitch and catch for the first down and more.
Yep. Again, one of the things that this Charlestown team is excellent, again, it's the flood spacing routes. They do a great job. This is one of the things that I can sit here and go, if you can run this, I thought this is one of the most difficult things to be able to do. They're mastering this play. The flood route, the spacing routes, they're doing an excellent job.
So 1st and 10 as the Pirates are on the move inside the 20-yard line now. And off Harvey. And penalty.
See that? Oh, leave that flag down, young man.
So penalty flag down at about the 18-yard line. It's going to be a hold against the visiting Pirates. Back them up 5 yards.
One of the things that I like about this run style is that it looks like he's getting ready to run right up the middle, then he bounces it outside. And it was a great run except for the holding call. And they can keep on doing that. I mean, it's an illusion. Again, it looks like you're running straight down, and then all of a sudden he bent it right outside. It gets the linebackers to suck inside, and then all of a sudden the linemen just go ahead and reach block, and he bounces it outside. Nice job, except for the holding.
And that's actually backed up further than I thought. So
there's Morris on here onto ours. Close.
1st and 20. Clellan pitches right side, overthrows Ottersback, who was on that far boundary.
It was there. He's a tall young man. He's a tall target.
He is. Ottersback listed 6'3", 175. So
yeah, you got two really nice wide receivers that tall, and then you got Morris that can catch anything. And there's more talent that we're just not mentioning right now. They do a great job. Now, again, down here, Morris is at the wide receiver. 13 is the corner. He's a little bit deep. Simple hitch right here. Nope. That's
Ottersback with it. And
I couldn't tell if that was a slant or a screen, to be honest with you. But it was a really great job of the quarterback going back. So he was drawing the defense to him, and it looked like he was throwing it. And I couldn't tell if it was a slit, like a tunnel screen, or if that was just a nice little slant.
So another flag on the play, though, and I believe by the body language that's holding again against the Pirates. No?
Illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield.
So it wasn't a screen. Yeah, that was a toss-up by me watching the quarterback action. I thought it was a tunnel screen, but apparently it was just a slant that they did in the first half to score the touchdown.
So let's see.
Coach Hawkins.
Doesn't exactly like that call.
Mm-mm.
Somebody grab a hold of him and calm him down.
As going to back up a little further, so the ball back to the 34-yard line. That's going to make it 2nd and 25.
Coach Hawkins, he's just basically, he's passionate about it. He's trying to defend what happened, and unfortunately, the refs are not going to reverse that. But he is passionate about that last play. I like to see that replay.
And
delay
now
a game?
A penalty.
Delay a game.
Delay a game.
I find this great in Indiana. Everybody has
play clock.
Play clock.
Yep.
And over in Kentucky, especially in the Louisville area, we don't have those. And I'm a big believer that we need to push that on the Kentucky side to have the play clock. This is a great advantage, and I love it. I think, again, Indiana's doing a lot of good things that Kentucky needs to be watching.
So ball on the 38-yard line, 2nd and about 18 miles. And trying to find Morris over the middle, but couldn't make it happen. Going to make it 3rd and 30.
Again, it's about setting up. He was wide open. He just needs to go ahead and set his feet when he throws. It looks like his whole body was turned. That arm that's not throwing the ball was way out. He's got to tuck that in. He's got to have more control. It was there all night long. The play calling is right. He's just got to take his time and be able to set up the throw.
So McClellan, 3rd and 30, looks to tuck, and here comes the Braves, and he goes down after a short gain of about 5 is going to bring up 4th down.
You know, here's the thing right here. It's 4th down, but you're on the 33?
They are now, yes, 33.
And this kid's got a great high punt. I mean, go ahead. This is like when you're on the golf course and you want to go ahead and do a chip shot. This kid is actually going to do a great job and pooch it up real high, maybe on the corner to the 10-yard line, maybe to the 5. This is one of those things where it's like in golf, if you can go ahead and just pitch it just right.
So Ethan French.
There it is.
Punts it away. Tries to get it to the corner. It just takes a wrong bounce for the Pirates, but a great bounce for the Brownstown Braves. And it will be a touchback.
Right. Good job. Again, great attempt. And he's going to stay after practice. I guarantee you, this kid is so talented. If he just stays after practice and maybe just work on it, maybe get a garbage can to aim exactly where he wants to go, he has a great leg to be able to do that.
Well, he put it down just inside the 5.
He
but
did.
Unfortunately, it just had that bit of spin, and away it went. So Brownstown Central, instead of being pinned back out at the 20-yard line.
Yep.
On this 1st and 10 play for Carson Darledge and the Braves. Sweep for Engel on that left side. Nice gainer. He's out past the 1st down marker and more. Gain out to about the 41, maybe 42-yard line. Let's see where it's placed.
You got to give credit not only to the fullback kicking out, but the wide receiver stock blocking. This has to be taught the right way because you can have a great gain and then all of a sudden you can be called for holding. Those wide receivers are doing an excellent job of blocking down the field and not getting called for holding. Excellent job by the wide receiver coach.
So 1st and 10, 3:17 left here in this 3rd period. On the big gainer there. Pass out and just couldn't be hauled in by Caleb Cummings.
Nice hitch.
Unless I'm mistaken, first time we've seen that play, and he just couldn't haul it in. He would have gotten hit shortly thereafter, but would have been a short gainer.
Yeah, that's what I mean, 7 yards, you know, 5 yards, 7 yards. I know my math skills aren't great, but 3 times 4 is 12. So, I mean, this is what you do. You get 4, you get 5. 7-yard hitch route. Move up and down the field. That's the whole goal.
2nd and 10.
There's a crisscross.
There's a flag come in, though, and then not much of a gain. In fact, a loss. And let's see what the flag is.
You know, when we ran wing tee a ton, and on this crisscross, that handoff has to be practiced all the time. And when they were told when they're catching on the spin and being able to hand off such in a close, I was kind of like, oh man, are you kidding me? Are you able to make this connection every time? I'm seeing a little bit of struggle. I see it's smooth, and then sometimes it's not as smooth. I think this is one of those things, again, you have to practice it over and over, muscle memory. Once you get this down, though, this play is so dangerous.
So false start, and that was declined by the Pirates. So that, with a loss of 1 on the play, makes it 3rd and 12, line to gain 49 of the Pirates. So long way to go, short time to get there. Sweep here, and that's Zyke, and he falls down just about the 50-yard line. They're going to call it the 49. So it's going to be 4th down and a couple.
Yeah, the great job again on the sweep. Now, the score is 14-7. I think you're going to go ahead to have you got to play the field. Go ahead and punt the ball. You know, this is one of those things about it, though. They've got that spin punt. Defense now doesn't know. The secondary's up. So this is one of those.
Hutchinson walked back there first, so walked way back. Now he's got it, and he's got it.
Great. This
Good
is a
misdirection.
Great way to attack by not showing the traditional punt. You know now it could be a punt. They're going to run it. Great job. Again, I got to give credit to Coach May and his staff. This offense is dangerous because you don't know, again, punt, that spin punt, or they're going to run it.
Zyke again on the sweep, right side this time.
What you saw different this time is he went outside.
Yep.
He should have cut it back in and followed his blocks. He didn't. He tried to go ahead and stretch it out too much. The hole was up a little bit sooner. And if he would have just gone and turned it up and gone north and, go up and go get, upfield, he would have had better yardage.
And that's Rios on the stop there.
Again, there's that kid, Rios. He's a stud. He's a really good-looking kid. He can play some football.
Second down play here.
Sweep
now
again.
Around the left side and stopped.
Okay, now this is where the fullback has to do his job. He did not kick out. Great containment by this outside linebacker. He waited patiently, took on that block, and then that's the reason why they had a loss of yardage.
And Killy on the carry there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and looks like about 15.
Yeah.
So about a 4-yard loss on the play.
Yeah. Now you've got
under a minute now in the third period.
Right. You got your crisscross. They haven't shown a lot of passing game. They haven't shown that. That's one of maybe one of the weaknesses of this year's team. They're not really fully developed yet on the passing game. They don't really work on this, but they've got that crisscross. They've got that chaos. Who knows what they're thinking right now? Again, it's 3rd and 15. Be safe. They're not running the clock for some odd reason.
Yeah, they stopped the clock and trying to figure out it's a little striped shirt meeting there.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what's going on as the powwow continues. We will be trying to get you some ticker scores here as the fourth quarter gets underway from producer Steve Bird. Definitely we will get them to you by the end of the game. All right, it's 3rd and 15 for the Braves.
Double
dip, flea flicker.
Nice.
Flea flicker and aired out.
Oh.
Cummings couldn't haul it in.
I tell you, this is fun. This is why high school football is so much fun to watch. You've got that, there's a coach in the booth calling a flea flicker. I mean, it's basically, it was one of those trick plays. It would have been beautiful to watch if it connected. I mean, it's just one of the things about high school football that you just got to love. What's going to be creative? What's going to happen next? You just don't know. It was good. It was almost there. That was a great call. Great call.
Pass to the end zone falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down. And
they showed the traditional punt here.
That's Darlich to punt it away,
Nice
and
job.
he does.
Nice
punt.
Good angle.
Gets a good Brownstown roll down to the 8-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 from the 8-yard line with 30.3 seconds remaining here.
You can always tell a well-coached team, and I'm seeing on both sides, special teams are really taken care of. Both sides of coaches are taking care of the special teams. They call it 1/3 of the whole, offense, defense, and then their special teams. If you don't take care of that, you will lose the game. I'm seeing both sides being coached on special teams very well.
Just a reminder that next week at 7 p.m. In our Southern Indiana broadcast, we will have Floyd Central at the Silver Creek Dragons for you. Myself and Coach Jim Kesmerick on the call of that one. So 1st and 10
Outside
here.
zone.
That's Graham. And Graham, who's verbally committed to IU as a walk-on.
Is that right? Nice job. Congratulations, Joe, man. This is what the outside linebacker is taught. You slow play, go vertical to the sidelines. Don't really go attack because there's a reason why he's a running back and maybe you're an outside linebacker. But you can use the field to your advantage. Slow play, let him come to you, and then you've got your friends, the rest of the defense, being able to catch up. Good job. He's coached well.
All right, well, that brings us to the end of 3, and with 1 quarter left to play, 14-7 our score here. The Pirates over Brownstown Central. Come on back for that 4th quarter on GLICOD.
Is a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good, personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football from GLICOD.
We return here, 2nd and 7 play. McClellan around the right side, and he carries for a 1st down and a little more.
There's a little bit a shoulder pad issue right there. I thought it might have been his shoulder, but he's fine. This is dangerous. Both quarterbacks being able to run the ball, this is where, it's an advantage. It's dangerous when you can actually have both quarterbacks tonight being able to run the ball and throw it. I love it.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. McClellan pulls it out of the breadbasket and pitches it out instead.
Who's our boy?
And it's Morris.
Exactly.
Just about the 30-yard line. He's going to be just shy of that, it looks like. About the 29, they will place the ball, so it's going to make it 2nd and 1.
They're dangerous. That combination, they're going to create a lot of havoc, and a lot of the opponents are going to have to double up on Morris all the time, and then that frees up the other wide receivers that are just absolutely big targets.
And McClellan on the keeper. A little misdirection. He's still going. Off to the races he goes. And finally tackled at the 30-yard line. And see if we don't have that one for you here.
It's a simple dive, read, play, zone read, play. The quarterback is absolutely showing the ball into the running back's stomach. And he's looking at that defensive end. What's that defensive end going to do? Is he going to chase the tailback, or is he staying home? That time, the defensive end closed down to try to take the tackle of the tailback. Quarterback pulled it and went outside. Great job on the read.
And Harvey right up the middle this time.
Inside zone. You know, this offensive line is coached really well. Charlestown's offensive line coach, he does a great job. You know, you could tell, and that sophomore center, I'm so impressed with him.
2nd and about 5.
All right, now, again.
Not much gain there that time.
It's okay, because what they're doing, again, dive. You know, it's a zone read. And again, the RPO, don't forget about that. You're putting those linebackers to sleep a little bit. 3rd and 5. Now you got that zone read, or you've got that RPO. Don't forget about that.
Makes sense. Okay.
Outside.
McClellan. And dives for the marker.
You know, one of the things is tackling drills, tackling stations. You have to wrap up. He didn't wrap around the quarterback's legs. It just bounced off. That's a big physical kid. You have to wrap up. You have to wrap those legs. They call it gator roll. You got to be able to wrap up and spin and gator roll, get that big boy down. If not, that quarterback's just going to go ahead and just outpower you. And that's what he did. He did a nice job.
So McClellan with enough there for the 1st down. Pirates leading by 7 here in the 4th quarter. This, of course, conference action, so big game, both teams early in the season.
Yeah.
A few yards there. It's going to bring up 2nd down. See where the ball's spotted.
This is where a well-coached offensive line in the 4th quarter takes control of the game. These big old boys are just absolutely staying low and grinding it out and moving their feet.
High snap, and Bonner swamped under.
And then you turn around and let the defense
penetrate right
in there, and it looks like they brought the house. Both teams, well-conditioned, well-coached. Again, great night for a Friday night football game.
So that's going to back the Pirates up. It's going to be 3rd and about 9.
Okay, 3rd and 9, and they're spacing routes. It's a post. It's a dig. They're there. It's there. The quarterback has to take time and set up and be able to throw that.
Bonner, the sophomore, stays in the backfield, but we've got a timeout by Charlestown, so we will take a timeout as well. 8:11 remaining in the ball game. Charlestown driving up 7, and we'll return on GLICOD.
Okay, explain to me, because I'm not really familiar with Indiana football.
Okay.
You said conference.
Yes.
3A and 2A. How is that?
Silver Creek's 4A.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Oh, look at that.
And a touchdown on the play coming out of
that jet. This is the first time that they've really shown the jet sweep. And, you know, they've been diving. Then all of a sudden, here's that jet sweep. And again, the RPO. The big wide receiver has been in that inside slot the entire drive. What he's been doing is he's going ahead and attacking that linebacker. Then all of a sudden now they show the action of the jet sweep. Quarterback pulls it up, and he just did a nice angle route, RPO, right over there for 6 points.
So that was French on the touchdown.
French is a very talented player. Great wide receiver, great punter. Oh, there's a reverse.
And that's Morris, and he's got it. So Morris on the 2-point conversion. So adding 2 more as the Charlestown Pirates take a 22-7 lead over the home Brownstown Braves.
So as you can see, the 2-point conversion showing speed option down here in the first half. Speed option. Here they're showing speed option again, but instead of pitching it to the pitch key, they pitched it to the reverse. Great game planning on this 2-point conversion. Great job. I tell you what, he's dangerous to go ahead and try to plan against. Every week you're going, geez, oh, Pete, I think I got all his 2-point plays. And then all of a sudden he turns around and does something else. This guy is Coach Hawkins is an excellent head coach on planning these 2-point conversions.
So we're going to show you that touchdown again. In fact, I may even show it to you one more time there, but as that added to the McClellan to French on that passing touchdown.
Yeah, patience. That's tight on that hash.
So kickoff away, fielded at about the 25.
There it is. There's the gap.
And going,
nice
and a touchdown, Lane Zyke. So touchdown, Lane Zyke, and Brownstown Central, just like that, comes right back.
Just like you were talking about earlier, I thought they were filling the gaps. Again, you know, Brownstown Central did a great job of wedging, found the inside gap, and just go ahead and exposing it and going the distance. Great job. Again, it's 22-13. They're going to go for, I don't know if they're going to go for 1 or go for, looks like they're going for 2 here.
So that's Zyke on that touchdown. And sure looks like they're going to go for 2. And he fielded that. Where did he field that ball? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I think he fielded it about the 26 or 27. But so kickoff return touchdown. And could not convert, though, on the 2-point conversion. But that will take us to a quick break as we have 6 more points on the board, 22-13. And now the score as the Brownstown Central Braves answer back. And it'll be the Charlestown football when we return here. 4th quarter on GLICOD.
Tailgate or tailgating to get to my tailgate. I can't go anywhere. But you're so busy watching me tailgate that you don't see the one in front of you. And your cut rate car insurance, it might not pay for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Contact Floyd Snobbs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today.
This portion of tonight's game on GLICOD is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. Apply today for a rewarding career in metal manufacturing. For more, visit WMKelly.com.
Nice job. I'm an offensive line coach myself.
Coming back from the break, 7:56 left on the clock, 22-13 after the Zeit kickoff return. And Pirates, Ottersback fielded that one at about the 24-yard line. Carries it out, has a nice return there, back out to about the 38 or 39-yard line. Briefly go over some scores of local interest. Silver Creek up over Salem, 14-12 in the third period. Jeff up on Seymour, 14-10 in the third. West Washington over Clarksville, 20-13. Gibson Southern up big on New Albany, 38-0. And Manual also up big on Floyd Central, 24-0 at half. McClellan there, the handoff on the 1st and 10.
What was that? I wanted to know. Silver Creek score?
As a Silver Creek score again, 14-12 over Salem in the third quarter.
Good for Silver Creek.
So it's going to bring up second and about 8. For Clay McClellan Company.
Now rebounded from the game last week and being able to bounce back, that's a nice job for the kids. I'm really happy for them because, you know, the first couple of games makes everything.
Well, McClellan around the left side. He's still going, and finally run out of bounds, but a big play there from Clay McClellan.
Just a simple off-tackle play.
Gives Charlestown a 1st and 10. Inside the 20-yard line with 7:02 remaining here in the fourth period. So 22-13. But Charlestown absolutely threatening again. And off, that's Harvey right up the middle, and well done him for about an 8-yard gain, it looked like.
Just a nice inside run play. Again, the backs set this up. It looks like they're getting ready to go on the outside and then bend back inside. And to give the patience, the offensive line, getting them time to be able to open up and be able to do the blocks. It's really good job by the patience of that running back to be able to see the hole. It was a nice job by Charlestown.
So it's second and about 3 or so as Charlestown beginning to really work this clock. They're more than willing to let it run down, son. McClellan on the keeper, and he runs right into a wall, cuts back inside, tries to take it back outside, and unfortunately, Brownstown Central was all over that any way he went.
He's a fighter.
He didn't want to give up, that's for certain.
Yep. He got a little bit slow.
French a little slow getting up.
Yeah.
But he does get up and get back under his own power. Looks like he's all right. It's going to make it 3rd down and 3.
He's asking for he's
maybe looking for some pickle juice.
Yeah.
Nope, he's just headed right back out in that slot.
Yeah. So you're in it's a trips to the left. Open receiver down here on the spin. And then there's
Harvey with it, right up the middle, but Brownstown Central, again, all over that.
Interesting, the lineman pulled like it was going to be an outside play, you know, that he was leading, and he just decided, I guess, saw the hole inside and just decided to stay.
So it's going to be 4th down, but a timeout for Brownstown, and that will give us a chance to catch another break as well. When we come back, 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining, 22-13, Pirates up over the Brownstown Central Braves from Brownstown High School on GLICOD.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
As we are back, 5:17 remaining here in the 4th period, and the Charlestown Pirates threatening, again deep in Braves territory, leading 22-13, but again willing to bring the clock down. No, they're going to take a timeout. So Charlestown takes a timeout, and we'll keep it here this time because I'm going to read you those scores again and talk about what's coming up next week. So our ticker reads as follows. It's been a little bit since the last update, but still we had Silver Creek up over Salem 14-12 in the 3rd period. Jeffersonville over Seymour 14-10, also in the 3rd period. West Washington up over Clarksville by a touchdown, 20-13 in the 3rd period. Gibson Southern up big over New Albany at home, 38-0, and Manual up over Floyd Central at home, 24-0, and that's our scoreboard ticker. And then also, as the teams return, I'll just tell you that our Southern Indiana game coming up next week will be Floyd Central at Silver Creek. Myself and Jim Kazmarek on that one. We'll also have video of St. X at Mail and Fern Creek at Oldham County next week. McClellan looks to throw.
Touchdown.
And that's near and in for the touchdown.
Seems like he was patient. He set up better this time. He did not seem like he was throwing off his back foot. And he set up. He was patient, and that's the reason why the ball was thrown on a dime that time. I mean, it was actually a nice job where he placed it.
So second score of the quarter for the Pirates.
Now
stretches it out to 28-13.
Yeah, now it's interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing the next 2-point conversion play because, the theme this week is speed option, speed option, speed option. Let's see what they actually do this time.
As we do have the replay of that, we'll try to get it to you, although we'll also see what happens on this play. That's Graham, and Graham runs it in for the 2-point conversion as well. So now with 5:12 remaining, it's the Charlestown Pirates 30 and the Brownstown Central Braves 13 on that score. Now let's see if we can possibly get you both of those replays. First, the touchdown from McClellan.
There he goes, sprint out, and he sets up. He's patient, and there he is on throwing it on a dime. Now this inverted kind of like wishbone.
And let's see the 2-point conversion here.
In the shotgun, this is like a power formation. In the old days, the quarterback would be under the center, and it would look like the old wishbone play. It's basically the same concept. And there he is, power offside.
So the 2-point conversion good. Makes it 30-13. Charlestown used that last time out, but I would say that was a wise use of that.
This was a very good game. you know, and unfortunately, you know, 30-13, when people look at this score, they're thinking maybe it was such a lopsided game. But it really wasn't. I mean, both teams have been playing a great game the whole night.
A bit of a short kick. Zyke got it about the 22-23. Not this time, though, as far as taking it to the house, because he just makes it down to about the, 44, 45-yard line.
Right. Now, this is where, you know, with 5:07 left, what are you going to do? You're going to go ahead and try to eat up as much clock as you can. I don't know if you're going to go ahead and just try to throw the ball. I mean, there's two ways of thinking this. You're down 13-30. Now, what are they good at? They're good at running the ball. They're going to go ahead and continue doing and just eat up the clock and maybe just get, you know, head into the locker room. I don't know. This is going to be interesting the next 5 minutes.
So Darledge calls for it. Looks to
Screen.
throw.
Screen.
That's wait. And he's got the first down and some more.
Great middle screen. That was a great middle screen. You know, patient. And it's just a really nice middle screen.
So we had a penalty flag down, and it's lying at about the 48-yard line. So we'll see what the striped shirts say about this one.
Right. Looks like it's going back.
Brownstown Central backing up, so that would say we're coming back.
Yeah. Is it holding?
I think blocking the back, I believe,
Ah.
called against the Braves. So that will leave it first down. It's going to back it up. See where the ball is placed.
Well, the good thing about it is,
actually it's a gain of a yard. It ends up being a gain of the yard because the block in the back happened out near the end of the run.
Right, so they went ahead and gave him the first down, and now they readjusted the chains.
So it's 1st and 10 for Brownstown Central. Zyke with it, no.
Double dip.
I'm not sure who had it. Engel had it, Zyke had it. Somebody ended up down for a loss of about 5 yards.
What I liked about it was the kids never stopped their fakes. They never stopped their fakes. That's the reason why we didn't know really who had the ball, because they continued carrying out their plays. That is a well-conditioned, well-coached team. Even though it went back, it's still the kids carried out their fakes.
So 2nd and 15, coming up on the 4-minute mark here to go. Darledge tucks, but he gets wrestled down from behind and a sack for a couple more yard loss.
This offensive line needs, you know, a good year of experience in getting to the weight room, and next year they'll be able to pass protect a little bit more. I think Charlestown's defensive line is much bigger. They're stronger. That offensive line is still doing a great job, but I think they need a year of experience and another year in that weight room to be able to pass protect a little bit longer than what they did this showing today.
3 minutes and 30 seconds left. 3rd and 18. Zyke in motion.
Good read.
And an inside handoff goes nowhere. That brings up 4th down.
3:22. Let that clock run. You're going to go ahead and do regular punt probably because there's no reason to fake it.
It's 4th and 17.
And again, here they go. They line up and they're ready to go. I think you're going to see a punt, though.
No safety back for Charlestown.
Yep,
now French drops back. Low snap.
And that's a
low
grinder.
punt.
Let
but
it go. Let it go. That's a nice
as
little
French runs the other way. Good punt. Rolls all the way down to the 20-yard line.
You know, that was just a grounder. You know, just a line drive. Just let it go low and just let it bounce. Nice punt.
So 1st and 10 for the Charlestown Pirates. 2:45 remains. Really, I think at this point they just like to run some clock and maybe got to get a first down, I guess, to make that move the chains once, and then you can grind it out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Get nobody hurt.
Yeah, I'm curious if they've started putting replacements in. I'm just wondering. It looks like the offensive line's still out there. You know, you got to get you. The thing about Indiana football is what I understand is, you know, everybody's clocked on time. So sometimes if you don't have enough players and they got to play JV the next week, it really is you can't play them tonight because then you're sacrificing their JV and their freshman time.
And trying to bounce it to the right side is Harvey, and he does. Nice run there by Harvey. Just bounces that outside.
Yeah. Now that's one of the compliments that I have to say about on the Kentucky side is that right now, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, this is when you put your younger kids in to get experience. But over here you can't because they're on clock. They're on, you know, how many quarters they play. So give or take. But again, everybody still, it's 2:21 to go, and they're just burning that clock out. Nice job on clock management.
As McClellan just content just to wait, run the clock down. Play clock down to 10.
Yeah.
Now they're going to run the play.
Yep,
McClellan, hand off. And that's Logan Harvey again, the junior, with another nice carry.
Yeah, this is a quick little dive. Again, you know, this is one of the things that the offensive line, they're really going ahead. It's fourth quarter. They've got the extra energy, and they're just saying, Coach, just give it to us. Let us run it up the middle. Just go ahead. Just call the play. We got it. We got it. Again, I love the time clocks over here in Indiana because that way the kids
play clock. Yeah, they know.
Clock. Yeah, yep. That way the kids can see exactly how long to hold on to the ball and when to snap it. I love it.
So 2nd and 2 as we roll down here. As Harvey runs it up the middle again, another first down. Resets the chains, and this one's about over and done with.
Yeah, as soon as they set that chain, they'll go ahead and run that clock, run it. You get about 2 more plays, and that's about it.
So across the 50-yard line, 49-yard line now with the ball. This first half went very quickly tonight, Coach, but this second half, 4 scores in the second half, and that slowed things down just a little bit. And McClellan takes a knee. Got to do that one more time. Yep. And the Charlestown Pirates will improve to 2-0. Brownstown Braves, Brownstown Central Braves, I should say, will fall to 1-1.
There we go. Take a knee. Nice job.
Takes a knee again. And that is going to do it with just 10 seconds left on the clock. We are at a final here from Brownstown Central High School where the Charlestown Pirates defeat the Brownstown Central Braves 30-13. We will step away, and when we come back, we'll have the post-game show for you here on GLICOD.
Second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket, so I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
What makes a credit union different or better? As a full-service credit union for the communities we serve, Centra offers competitive rates, online convenience, and a solid network of branches and ATMs. But we think we offer something more.
They looked at me as a person, not a number.
I would say it's always been a good personable experience, whether it's over the phone or actually at a Centra location.
And we don't just listen to our members. We deliver new services, better rates, and lower fees. Visit Centra.org to learn more.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
GLICOD on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GLICOD.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Visit them at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville to find the widest selection of batteries for any vehicle. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952.
Get some stats. So, as we return to the postgame show here on GLICOD, Southern Indiana High School football, Charlestown Pirates defeat the Brownstown Central Braves 30-13 tonight from Brownstown High School. And Coach Gary Sartori is here with me, and it was a good ball game. And as you mentioned a couple times in that fourth quarter, it really was. It was a whole lot closer than a 17-point ball game.
Oh, I agree. The thing is that this is where youth on Brownstown Central didn't work for them this time. If they had maybe that offensive line that they had last year, this game would have been totally different. It would have been a much closer game, but this offensive line did a great job tonight for Brownstown Central. Again, they need a year experience. They need to get into that weight room and get strong and remember what happened tonight so they can go ahead and reload and play this young team, Charlestown team, next year. Absolutely.
Well, let's briefly just go over scoring. And, Coach, anytime you want to throw in a thought on any of these. We had 0 scores in the first period. Second period, both scores from the Pirates to give the Charlestown a 14-0 lead. It's with 6:50 remaining in the second quarter. Rushing touchdown from Clay McClellan from 4 yards out. The 2-point conversion was no good, 6-0. Then with 1:20 left in the second period, pass play, McClellan to Ottersbach for about 35 yards, and then 2-point conversion was good, made it 14-0. In the third quarter, Brownstown Central came up with their first score at 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Rushing touchdown from Lane Zeich. Hutchinson good on the extra point, made it 14-7. With that was it for the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, 8 minutes and 7 seconds remaining, Pirates scored again on a passing play from Clay McClellan to Ethan French. Morris on the two-point conversion made it 22-7. Then Brownstown Central came right back. Kickoff return by Lane Zyke, 62 yards, making it 22-13. But that was as close as it would come as 5:12 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Pirates scored their final time on passing play from Trey McClellan to Ethan French. Again, two-point conversion was good, and that made it 30-13, our final score. Well, let's step away. When we come back, we'll have a couple of numbers for you, and then some more thoughts from the coach. We'll try to get the ticker up and wrap things up from here at Brownstown Central High School. Again, as our final score, the Charlestown Pirates over Brownstown Central, 30-13 here on GLICOD.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voinier's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Is back here at Brownstown Central High School. 30-13 our final, and we'll try to get you up some numbers. We do have a ticker up for you, courtesy of executive producer Steve Burt, and so he's got us some numbers, and we will also talk about some final numbers here, brought to you by German American Bank. A look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Well, for the Pirates, Clay McClellan had 3 touchdown passes, 2 of those to Ethan French. They had a nice couple of nice connections there. And then the Braves, Lane Zeich on a 62-yard kickoff return, and that was a big score, obviously, for those Braves, just to cut that score down to 22-13 and give them some hope, Coach.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I just got to give credit to both Coach Hawkins and Coach May and their staff. They are doing a great job on coaching these young men. They stayed in the game, and they played this game hard. And I tell you, it was a great Friday night football game. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to absolutely tell your friends, because this was a great game to watch. It was fun to watch. Both teams well coached. The thing is that it just matters on your strength in the fourth quarter. Your offensive line, Charlestown is just absolutely, I think they're sharp. They're good.
Yeah.
And their defense is good. And, you know, again, play calling, I was so admired of the two-point play by Coach Hawkins. He had like a whole little system going on, and you just was like, what's he going to do next? And so next week, I wonder what he's got planned for next week. Just really outstanding job on both staffs. They're great coaches. They're great coaching staffs. And these young men played very hard. Great job. My hat's off to both of them, both teams.
Again, look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank. Strengthening communities since 1910. Well, we're going to bounce away one last time. When we come back, we get to put Coach on the spot as he's going to pick a most outstanding player from both squads. So, again, he will be on the spot for that when we return here on GLICOD.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Hi, I'm Isaiah. And I'm Grant. I'm vape-free because I've witnessed and experienced firsthand how tobacco can affect teens who want to escape from school, work, or other social activities. When it comes to curbing teenage use of tobacco and e-cigarettes, actions speak. Voice Indiana engages, educates, and empowers teens throughout the state to take action by promoting and celebrating a lifestyle free of tobacco and e-cigarettes.
Find out how you can be part of the statewide youth empowerment movement and help end teenage nicotine use by going to voiceindiana.org.
When you first find out that you've been diagnosed with breast cancer, you feel like someone sucked the air out of you. I'm a mother and I have a granddaughter, and my first thought was, I need to know what is going on with my health. Priority Radiology made me feel better about the process. First person I saw was smiling. They were very compassionate from the front desk to the technicians to the doctors. Leaving Priority Radiology left me with hope, knowing that early detection saved my life.
What are the ABCs of safe sleep for babies? That they lay alone, on their back, and in a crib. These measures can help lower the risk of sudden, unexpected infant deaths. The Clark County Health Department offers free CPR and safe sleep training, plus cribs for expectant parents, grandparents, or caregivers of young children who meet eligibility requirements. For more safe sleep information, visit clarkhealth.net.
I'm your cat, and ever since you brought me home that day, I've been plotting to destroy you. This is 1 billion years of tiger DNA just ready to pounce. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, you could be coughing up the cash for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like meow.
Contact Floyd's Knobs and Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mac Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from GLICOD.
Time for our most outstanding players. Tonight's most outstanding players presented by Mac Construction in New Albany. Experience, reputation, solutions. And for those most outstanding players, we're going to talk to our analyst for tonight, Coach Gary Satori. And Gary, what are your thoughts?
You know, I'm an offensive line coach and I'm an offensive line guy. You want to go ahead and root for these kids, but all night I've been saying the same thing. You know, as an offensive coordinator, offensive guy, you really want to say, man, I don't want to run that quarterback because I'm afraid he's getting hurt. But I got to be honest with you. I watched two outstanding quarterbacks that just were tough. They ran the ball. They threw the ball well. I got to be honest with you. My votes are to the quarterbacks. To be able to watch them be able to lead their teams and be able to run that ball hard like they did. So I got to go ahead and give both of them player of the game.
All right. So for Charlestown, that's Clay McClelland, and for Brownstown Central, that's Carson Darledge. Both played very, very well. And as you said, pretty fearless running the ball. And Clay McClelland can wing it around the yard too. That
kid is tough. And, you know, it's just like just little bitty things like just set up, be patient. You know, his looks like his feet or his hips was wrong, but simple film. It's game number 2. They're going to keep on working on that. I'm very impressed with both of them. I'll tell you, you know, both teams are well coached, but I got to give it to the quarterbacks to be able to run the ball like they did, and they're tough. I love them. They're great.
All right, so Clay McClelland and Carson Darledge, our most outstanding players, presented by Mac Construction in New Albany. Experience, reputation, and solutions. Well, I think that's going to do it, unless you want to have any exclamation point you want to put on it, Coach.
No, I just had a great time. Thank you so much, and you do a great job. I tell you,
appreciate that.
You know, I was listening to you last week, and you and the coach, and I'm just like, man, I was nervous. This is the first time I've done it in a couple years, but I tell you what, I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you so much. I also want to say a very big thank you to Mark DeHart, the AD here at Brownstown Central, for having us as well. For executive producer Steve Bird, our camera operator Mark Bennett, analyst Gary Satori. From Brownstown Central High School, I'm Dr. Todd Carter. Good night. You've been watching Southern Indiana High School football on GLICOD.
From GLICOD, this has been Southern Indiana High School football. Tonight's game was brought to you by Jim Butner Auto in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page, he puts you in good hands. German American Bank, strengthening our communities since 1910. Priority Radiology in New Albany, you have a choice. Interstate Batteries, the car battery auto techs prefer. Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Big O Tires, State Farm Insurance Agent Theresa Lamb, and Northside Security.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, GLICOD.com, Facebook and Twitter @GLICOD. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GLICOD.